Hello there, in this tutorial I'm going to show how to install DFS and the concept of DFS. So DFS is distributed file system, and the basic concept of distributed file system is, for example, if you have three servers and we share a file on these three servers. For example, if a user wants to access those share file at three different servers, then thing is very simple. That user have to first access each and other servers via IP address. For example, this user having IP address of 10.4 and this server is having IP address of 10.1, and for accessing, if the user wants to access 10.1, then you have to give a command at Windows run backslash 10.1 backslash share. The client user can do this as search. It starts search option also. So for each and every server, user have to do following the same stint of IP address, like backslash 10.2 and then backslash the share folder's name. Same will happen with 10.5, 10.6. The client have to access the share server and its file first to get those share folders and the information. So this is a very lengthy thing, and the user have to access three servers file at three different occasions, as they have to first disconnect the connection from the first computer server and then have to connect with the next one. But at DFS we create a virtual namespace. For example, I created a virtual namespace of DFS. Now what will happen, that this three server will be, and these three servers shared directory will be collected to this DFS virtual namespace. And what will happen, that this virtual namespace create one link. For example, I just want to create, the name is called the share, so that these three clients or one of the client of these three will access the share folder, which is we just create the link, the virtual link of the DFS. So this is what the basic concept, that we just creates a virtual namespace of all shared directories or or all shared folders. So at Windows Server 2K8 we share a couple of folders. So let me see, if you before we have to install one row. Now if you want to start with very first step you want to take, then you have to install roles and file services. Since we already installed file services in our server core machine, for example, how to proceed, then add roles, next, and file services. We already installed file services in our computer. That's the reason the option is gray out and we can't do any further things. So file services are already installed, but right click, add roles, and we have to choose distributed file system. And this distributed file system have two options: DFS namespace and DFS replication. So these two, you can see the description of both available in the machine, and just click both, just next. And now option is to create a DFS namespace. So either you name something like any other name you want to give, or for example I just want to give a namespace called share folder. So share folders. Or if you want to continue as it is, or not wants to create any namespace, you can select the second option. Now we have two types of namespace. What kind of you want to create? First is domain-based namespace and another standalone namespace. Now domain-based namespace allow you to create namespace of 50,000, and standalone namespace allows you to create namespace of 5,000. So the reason why I'm getting the option of domain based, because this server computer is currently a domain server. That's the reason. Now we have to configure namespace. All the share folders we want to put into this namespace, we have to one by one uh, uh, add it. So share one, I just have a share one directory or folder already shared in a computer. Once again I have to add a couple of more shares. So add share folder, share 2. Okay, so this is what we just collected from our first server. Now you can add another server's shared folder. So for example, I have a second server computer. I already have a shared 3 shared folder. Now I want to create another share folder. So I just create a share 4 and let me give everyone and give a rights of contributor to everyone. So now if you want to access this share 4, then /server manager /server 4 share 4. Now here just wants to select computer, give a server manager, check names, and I have now getting the options to add 3 computers. Again, browse, enter the object name, check the name, share 4. Okay, so all 4 folders from first server and the second server is added. It would take some time. I'm pausing my video. Okay, after pausing, we just added 4 shared directory, 2 from server 1 and 2 from server 2 added in this namespace. So techengineer.tv space slash share folders. The share folders is actually a namespace. So we just created a virtual virtual link. Now this client computer, we have to access this namespace. So since it's a domain thing, /techengineer.tv slash the namespace is share folders. Access that, hit enter, and okay, it asking me username and password. Let me give that. Username is administrator, and password, since this computer have no rights to access the techengineer.tv's file, so I have to give the credentials. So all 4 directory folders you can see is now available in this client computer. Whatever we just wants to create, for example, just create a folder, and let me make that for example text files. Wants to add some text document, it will be available and it will be restored at our server machine. So same at shared free folder, we just create an office name folder and then that text document, whatever we want to create. For example, text space files. So now let's check those at server 1 and a share folder. You can see we just found this text files folder and the DC name text document. Now at the server 2008, we just found a text the office name folder and the shared tree folder and the the text document. So this is what we do, how we create a namespace, access that namespace. Otherwise we have to give the IP address of each and every individual server, and then uh, tries to access that shared directory. In this case we just create a namespace and just accessing those namespace. Hope you learned something.